Welcome once again, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us out here on the interwebs on Twitch. I am DM Wendy J, and we're playing in a realm called Olivos with a variety of our players here that you can see below me. That's Jetta, Putter, and Bob, played by Abby, Putter, and Sky. And soon to join us will be Dick playing Frar. Yeah, here we are. Away we go. So I'll do my quick recap. Where we left off last week, you had just finished getting rid of killing off a fairly large insectoid-like creature, insect lobster type of thing that was fairly large, inside this facility that you don't really know much about. You just entered in through this portal that happened to be visible from above ground. And the reason why you were even coming here was, first of all, you knew this place existed. It had already been kind of pre-discovered by a variety of barnacle covered creatures for you guys. You just got rid of them and then went straight to town. You just didn't go in. While you were hanging around town, you also discovered that there was some missing children, and that you were enlisted, if you will, by the sheriff of Feymond, the local town, to assist with the recovery. You had a couple of really clever uses of familiars to make the search pattern happen a little bit more quickly. Found 3 people who were actually already on the search party, and called out to them. But before you called out to them, you all before they could completely arrive back at this location, you decided to descend into this portal that has opened up this strange palace-like space for you. And I mean, there was a number of things that also happened in Feymond, including getting accommodations while you were there, finding out that that Feymond is wildly different than Roru. It's much more upscale and has, but aside from that, this is kind of where you guys got to. It was tricky though, because this creature that you were fighting before you guys got here was a little bit more subdued Frar well enough that Frar couldn't actually do a whole heck of a lot until you freed him. Lots of concentration spells used to try to get rid of things, and finally Frar was able to be released and dispatched this creature with one blow. And that brings us to where we are. So in this space, what you're seeing, and I'm actually going to pull up the map here so you guys can, so that the world can see it too. Let's go here. Yeah, so there's that lovely creature that you guys just dispatched. You guys all descended from this portal. Right around here is where that portal was, and we're immediately set onto a large staircase that was about 30 feet above this main foyer of what seems to be some sort of underground palace. There's a number of paintings that line the walls all the way around. There is a piano on one side that's just sitting there ready to be played. There's also a variety of tables and statues and such, and there's this large glass-like container in the center of the room that appears to be filled with some form of pink liquid type material. Title of the stream, why is it not doing that? I did update it. Weird. Okay, Twitch, you're being lame with me. That's okay, we're better now. Alright, so, this is the space that you see, and what you do also see at the bottom of the stairs, kind of around each side of the stairs, seems to be doors to another opening space where there are glass walls, after a fashion.
First of all, does anyone need healing?
Where's Night Shadow?
Night
I just dropped
Shadow.
him in.
Yeah, right there is probably good for Night Shadow.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually a really good place for Night Shadow.
I pull the enraged Fra away from the just cleaved lobster man.
Lobster man.
I will check his body, and I mean, he was like his body was being cracked and crashed by the claw.
Yeah, it was.
How injured is he at the
He
moment?
had a little bit of healing spells pumped into him before the end of the last session.
Yeah, that was also from me.
Yeah, so he's
Does he
hurt,
need some more?
but he's going to be comfortably around half of his regular health. So like good solid abrasions and bruising and probably still some cracked bones, but for Frar, okay, he's seen worse.
Pass a healing word his way.
All right, roll it out.
Oof, I almost pressed inflict wounds.
The beam of moonlight that was also crushing on top of the lobster dissipates.
8
There we
healing.
go.
I'll let it
8
go.
healing. Yeah, he's looking, and you can kind of hear. It's always, well, actually, it might be perfectly fine by Jetta, but for anybody else who happens to be like a regular commoner, the sound of healing cracked ribs is kind of an unsettling experience because it's exactly like the sound of a broken rib in reverse.
Jetta thinks it's a cool sound.
And it just snaps back into place. And he'll just parse. Thank you.
No problem. Can't have you dying on us.
Space is yours.
What's that creature? I look at the inside of the cut in half, vertical cut in half head of the. What's this? It's like a lobster, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you to roll for me a history check. See if you can put a name to this thing.
I've never seen such a thing in my life. How about you, Jetta?
There you go.
I will take a look.
Okay, natural 20 off the top.
Oh, nice.
You've always been calling it
for shits and giggles.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, it's Putter who.
Yeah, it's Putter who gets the natural 23.
Natural
so
20. Nice.
Putter, in your studies at
the other country
at home in your noble upbringing, one of the things that they helped you study was a number of different types of creatures that are members of the Stiagsa nation, but also creatures that are falsely believed to be members of the Stiagsa nation by outsiders. And a chul is one of them. So this is and I'll type it out for you guys so you can see it as well, because there's a spelling thing sometimes with some of these creatures. But this is what you know this creature to be. And you're fully aware that it does have more than just those wicked pincers. There are poisons inside that can cause some significant problems too.
Can I harvest the poison?
You can certainly try. Go for a survival check.
Or does someone have a good survival check? Because I can guide you.
Oh, love me. I don't feel like digging into that gooey thing over there. Sorry. As I wander down the stairs a little bit, try and see more into the room.
Oh, I do. I have a +5.
Okay, I'm gonna give you guidance and point out where you need to go. And
cool.
So this is a help action, then, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. So roll with advantage.
Okay.
Tough, even particularly because it's been cleaved in half. What you find is that the poison glands have also likewise been cleaved in half, and so to try and get some of this poison out of this thing, it's a little bit trickier than that. So
I'll just say, Ferrari, fuck this thing up too much. I can't look at it.
Yeah, good try. So where did the Night Shadow see the glass wall that the guy was standing in front of? Was it here?
Yes, that's exactly where it was.
And down here you say there's doors.
Instead of a torch. I can basically see through a glass door from here where I'm standing.
Yep, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you to roll for me a perception check. It's not actually a glass door. That is actually proper door, I believe. Supposed to be a proper door, anyway.
My character can see through it.
Mine
Yeah,
too.
proper open door. Proper open door.
All right.
Okay, so Bob, as you walk up to that doorway, yeah, and indeed you do see this large dome-shaped room open out in front of you, and it is all glass walls where you can see out into the underwater spaces that you are down here. It's almost like it is a viewing area for a palace, like an underwater balcony after a fashion. But what you also notice right off the top with the 16 is that there are the remains of something in this room.
As I take a step into with an open mouth, gasp at the beauty of the underwater world, which I've never seen before.
Fish schooling comfortably around, undisturbed by what you guys just went through. We just totally lost Sky, but that's okay. We'll pick him back in a second. But and it really is just this lovely, opulent viewing space. But what Sky will also recognize, and all right, so Frar's in the chat now at the very least in Roll20. He'll get here eventually. But he'll see that there is the remains of some form of humanoid in this room as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go forward.
Okay.
And I guess investigate. Does it look like a child? Does it look like a human?
This is a nature check this time. There is such.
Does it look
so
like it's been
little of what's
decomposed
left.
for a long time?
It looks more like it has been scavenged or eaten. It's tough to tell
Strong
what this
five.
thing was. It can't have been the same size as you. It's smaller than you. It has to have been smaller than you, but it's been so picked apart and mutilated that it's difficult to tell. Even bones have been crushed from whatever it was, so it's difficult to tell.
Well, I asked the rest of the team to come down and see if they can understand if this is one of the children.
Can I look at it, but more of like a medical perspective?
Yes, you can certainly do that.
Okay.
Oh, we got everybody here, I think, now. That's the ticket.
And like fully up, so I had to join on my phone temporarily.
Oh, that's all right. I'm glad that you're here. With a medicine check of 23, you are able to kind of poke through things and say, oh, that one is definitely a jawbone from a human. That one there looks to me like it might have been a digit at one point in time, maybe a foot, a hand, I'm not sure. You get a pretty good sense this was probably a juvenile human.
Do I have any idea of the recency of?
It would have to be like super fresh. You could see that there is blood all over this space. It looks like it's just been picked apart and eaten really quickly, and it's just the blood is still rather it's not it's barely even tacky.
Oh man. I'll relay the message to the others.
I asked, can you see approximately maybe what ate it? Was it like claws picking at it, or was it?
You would be able to tell that
bite marks.
It's most likely the chul that had eaten it.
Okay. Well, maybe you can find the other kids.
Yeah, hopefully. At least one of them is still alive.
Woohoo.
With that, Sky, you feel where you're standing a little tug on your pant leg.
I think we have to pause a bit because we have 50 people coming in, 51 people.
Look
GM
at
Workshop.
We got a raid! Yeah, we do. How about them apples? Is this GM Workshop that's doing this to me?
Yeah.
What a dude.
I see all those potatoes
look at all those
coming
potatoes.
over. Hi, Raiders.
Hey, Raiders. I don't know
Thanks, GM.
It looks to me like my alert box has decided to take a bit of a break, so let's see if it'll pop up here. If it does, it's going to come up with a cannon sound here imminently, so just warn
Always,
everybody.
always when you
But
least
that's-
expect it.
Exactly, right? Like, why, for whatever reason, my notifications happen like 2 minutes after things happen. Whatever. Guys, thank you guys very much for joining us from GM Workshop. I know that you guys were doing some Twitch, playing some D&D and such over there. That's kind of cool. Potato party starting now here. You guys I just walked into us with there's the notification. You just walked into the group as they are now descending into a what seems to be an underwater palace. They were able to find this portal that gets into it, but the reason why they even went in the first place is because they've learned that there are children missing, and they think that there it is. That's a Doc JJ for the follow. Thank you very much. Yeah, like we said, we're going to have a few of these things coming our way now. Definitely thanks for the raid there, Rack. Appreciate it a lot.
Do you have a shout out? Remember? Most people.
Yeah, we're gonna do a shout out. Totally, we're gonna do a shout out.
I think all the people here came from
I think
Windy
they all
anyway,
know,
so
but all the
cool.
same. Never
That's a great guy.
Never a
Great
bad
stream
idea
as
to do
well,
anything.
by the way. Yeah, it's I always love watching that.
I don't know why my shout out thingy isn't working. Hang on. Let's
GM
try
Workshop is my weekly distraction from work.
that. There you go. You complete your divination spell, and the Mystic Mother tells you that GM Workshop was enjoying Dungeons and Dragons. If you wish to scry them, visit GM Workshop on Twitch.
Nice.
Love it. That was my radio voice. It will never come back again. That's not true. But yes, we've come down into this palace trying to find these children, and unfortunately, the first thing they had to fight was this large lobster-like creature, Chul. And the unfortunate thing was that this Chul had already dispatched one of the children, and I think we've just discovered this. One child underneath. Just a little bit. Oh, there's another one. Fire! Dragon at rest. Love it. Thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on, and I love it. We're gonna try and carry on. We'll probably be distracted 4 times. I'm good with it. Bob, as you were standing there at the doorway, and as Jetta relays to you that this is definitely the child of one of the creatures, back over here where you were, you feel a tug at your pant leg.
I look under the table where I'm standing next to. What do I see?
You see 2 children just cowering and obviously so extremely exhausted, tear-stained faces, just wide-eyed and scared. One of them is it gone?
And I smile with my big Bob Moss smile as the cannons go off behind me.
That's the sound effect of the smile.
Don't be afraid, children. And with my big hands, I grab them by the collar and take them on my arms, on my safe chest.
Yeah, you definitely pull them in for an embrace. I'm so sorry, Buffy. I'd missed that one. Missed the message there. But I do want to. So with those children in your arms, and the other 2, the rest of you guys now notice that Bobat has them as well.
What's your names?
They just start bawling into your chest. In between breaths, Molly, and just Luna.
Hi, Molly and Luna. Your mommy and daddy are looking for you. So we were looking for you.
Just they're just gripping on you.
Jeddah, can you take one off me? And give you the girl. It's 2 girls, or?
2 girls, yeah.
Okay. Give Luna.
Okay. I'll take Luna.
Is there a blanket in here, anything, or a rug I can use?
You could definitely find something that you could use. There is a rug. It's a very nice rug, mind you. You would actually find, with your noble background, you would be like, okay, this is definitely an expensive rug, even for me.
Don't want to use that. Is there any other one? I'm going to take that rug.
That's pretty much the only kind of rug that's in the space here.
How about out here?
Different story.
Tablecloth on the table here?
Tablecloth you could take for sure.
Okay, I'll take the tablecloth, come back in, and wrap the body up.
It's going to be difficult to wrap the body up because there's not much left of the body. It's going to be more of a scoop.
Scoop
you
up the bones and the meat, and wrap it up in a like a hobo sack and put it over my shoulders using my quarterstaff.
Okay.
So Molly, are there any more kids alive besides you two?
And she kind of looks over towards what Putter's doing, and she just kind of starts crying again, and kind of tries to catch herself long enough to say, "It was just us three."
3. I only count 2, so where's the other one? Don't worry, you're safe now. We killed it.
She kind of buries her head in your chest and points over to Putter.
The big red scary guy. Oh yeah, I mean alive. I meant alive.
Just shakes her head.
Okay.
My suggestion, team, is that we return the children to the parents with the bones, and we finish going through this area and clear it out of any creatures that could be harmful for the village.
I agree.
Maybe you should take a look around, Jeddah.
Yeah, I'll use my.
When you're not busy with the kids, by the way.
Yeah.
Which I just gave you.
I'll use my super high. Well, actually, first, before I do that, can I do like an overall medicine check to make sure they're not hurt or anything?
Yeah, you can certainly do that. Go for it.
Here's a super scared kid before you start looting.
Yeah,
16.
So there is nothing. When you're inspecting them, I'm going to give you a bit more than just the medicine on that. They are wearing standard common clothes, but they've also put on what appears to be a costuming of some sort. Maybe not a costuming. Maybe they're actually legitimate pirate clothes, but like nice, well-to-do pirate clothes. Something a little bit lighter, but something that's definitely seen a little bit of weathering. And Frar's going around in circles exploring the whole
you
space.
two?
Love it.
Just patrolling.
I'll just say.
So, what were you two doing here?
It's just playing.
Playing pirates.
I'll be right back real quick.
Yep.
Dinner is coming.
Truth.
Ding dong.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Yeah. Just playing. We've been here often, just never with that.
Anything? And then what is this place anyway?
I don't. It's just been here for a long time. I don't know. The only.
Is it like a secret hideout that you guys found?
Yeah. No. Yes. And Luna, now over in Jeddah's arms. Oh, what about Ernie?
Who's Ernie?
I don't. And Molly's like, it's not a. It's a thing. It moves and it talks, but it's not people.
Is that something you found here?
Yeah. This is Luna. Yeah. Is he okay?
Interesting.
Have you seen him?
Is it like an animal?
And Molly's, oh, it's like a watering can.
We can take a look. We were going to first take you back to your parents and then inspect the rest of the place to make sure it doesn't harm the village anymore.
Okay,
Yeah,
pretty lady.
let's take the kids out first.
Yeah.
And I'll also roll up the carpet and take that with me.
You now have yourself a very nice carpet.
We should enchant it later.
What do we see? What do I see when I look out of the big glass dome that you can see the underwater world? Anything
You-
special?
You don't see a lot of things special underneath here. What you do see tends like general rocks and coral and underwater plant life and some schooling fish. What you notice most is that the chairs and the setup in this particular viewing space are definitely set up to look out of the windows.
Yeah, it's like
Here-
a balcony lookout on the water.
Yeah, and some tables with some nice goblets and drinkware and such as well. Looks like it might be a
Alright.
place for entertaining.
This could be our new
I didn't
operations center.
I didn't even think of that. That's brilliant and scary at the same time.
Oh
Okay.
no.
We should move into this place for sure.
So, Jetta, you and Bob
It's
We'll just
walking
get
away.
the
It's
child
up to
blood
Butter.
off the
It's-
floor
it's-
first.
It's up to Butter standards. So.
Yeah. I
Isn't
can
it?
stay here. I can
Yeah.
definitely stay here.
Now we're first before we're gonna explore this, we're gonna bring the kids.
Okay, so you guys
We'll
take
go
the
up again.
kids back up to the and emerge out of the portal. And as you emerge out of the portal, along that shoreline, you could see the three people that were already looking. One of them is obviously the mother of the children. She just comes running towards you guys immediately. For the sake of brevity, I'm going to just simply say that, of course, tears ensue because a mother has just found out that one of her children is lost. Putter, how do you... I feel like I want to give you the chance to explain how you hand over the remains of their other child.
I look at the mother and I says, no mother should go through this. I am so sorry for your loss. And I hand her the tied up all four corners, and inside is your child that you lost.
And I bent over from behind Petter and I said, if you want to know what happened, he got eaten.
Good way to break the ice.
That'll break the ice in a hurry. So okay,
Wow.
got eaten. So she'll look to you, Putter, and just kind of stunned disbelief, as a mother may potentially do. Hey, there's a friendly there. Hi. Speaking of dying children.
Oh, I'm still
Okay.
gonna sit there.
Oh yeah, you know what? Okay, we better be careful about our conversation about the deceased. So we're going to carry on and say that she takes her two children, the helpers who are doing the search party. They now exit scene left, and yeah, definitely some tragedy feelings that happened there, with a obviously socially inept moment from Bob. You guys
Maybe they-
descend back into the.
Maybe they
Oh,
used
yeah.
a de-aging ray on Fra and turned him into a little kid. Oh, no, there he is.
Oh, Farrar, we're gonna have some fun with this. I don't think you can hear us.
Or is that? Or is it?
All right, so I got a question for you, Dick.
Yes.
All right, so my question for you is, were your speakers on?
Was it on?
I don't know.
No,
that's,
he has
yeah,
headphones. He has
or is it just
headphones.
was it just on
Yes,
headphones? 'Cause
yes.
we're talking about
No,
mutilated
I-
children, and we had a child walk up to the TV.
Oh no, don't worry, don't worry.
We were just-
Although I do have to say, I think I need to skip out for today.
Oh, that's
This is
unfortunate, man.
kinda- Yeah, this is kind of came out of nowhere. So
Okay, you go take care of you, and we will see you on the flip side. I will just
Alright,
have
see you
to
later.
play my Farrar for you. Okay.
all right, just big brute. That's all.
Big brute with deep gravelly voice. I can pretend.
Exactly. All right.
Cheers, bud.
See ya. Have fun,
See you,
guys.
mate.
Cheers, mate.
All right. So, with that, we will carry on. You guys now descend yourselves back into this space, and the space is yours to explore as you see fit.
We saw two doors to the east, correct?
Yeah, to the east there are a double door that you can open up there. You do see paintings throughout the room. Now that you've spent enough time in this room, you notice that each of the paintings have some brass plates that label them underneath. You see the large crystal or glass capsule full of coral pink liquids. You see the piano, and
I
then
already
there's some
noticed the piano.
yeah.
Bob's never seen a piano before, so he will start to accidentally his finger touches one of the I don't know how you say it in the keys. I
Yep.
think in
Yes.
English.
Yep. Totally.
And surprised that it makes sounds, and then goes ding 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 ding, and makes like a kid for the first time
And
finding it. And
I
at
say
some
to
point, like
Bob,
really the
Bob,
hands. Oh, sorry.
we're not playing yet.
Except Putter,
This
Is like an
time.
is this like an instrument? Do you know how to play, Potter?
it's badly out of tune, Putter.
Okay. Doesn't matter. You're annoying me.
Maybe even more often me manhandling it.
You
Okay,
do
I carry on.
okay.
Do I recognize this pink liquid by chance? What do I roll? Investigation?
It would be an Arcana thing because there is definitely a sense of something magical about the liquid.
Oh, don't. It's in D
Ah,
and
okay.
D. In D&D, pools of the liquid are always oozes or
You
stuff
think
that
so?
comes to life.
There's definitely some. Here's the challenge with this one. It is. It looks like it's got a circulation of some sort to it. Like it's there. There's something that's pumping it through, or stirring it up, or something along those lines. So there's definitely a
Reflux.
current inside there, um, and it
Right.
feels like it's supposed to power something. What it's supposed to power, tough to tell.
And walking around it, but trying to stay away from it, not too close, stay at
Mhm.
least 5 feet away from it. Do I see any mechanisms to activate it?
Let's see here. I'm gonna say it's tough. No, it doesn't really give you a sense that there's anything that manages it or controls it in and around it,
Okay.
or yeah, it's tough to tell.
Okay.
But the tile that you're stepping on is it is tiled. This is not like some sort of wood planked floor. There is some ceramic everywhere here. It is definitely a very well established, very well built, opulent foyer of some sort that you are in.
Bob, I think this is our new campsite or our new home.
And the maybe, but who are they? And I point to the all the statues that are standing in the room. What do they represent?
It's kind of
Or am I just too
eclectic.
focused? Or am I too focused on the map?
Well, if you're focused on the statue, if you're looking at the statues right now, what you're seeing from these statues, it looks like they are an odd assortment of and collection of things. They're not from. They don't seem like they're unified. The stone from one statue looks like it's a different type of stone from a different statue. One of the smaller ones is marble. There are the like taxidermied wormling heads along the walls in some places. It just looks like it's a random collection of
Oddities.
oddities. If you wanted to see if you could figure out exactly what they represent, you could roll a history or a religion check or something to that effect.
I just wanted to see, know if it's like a woman or a knight or
Yeah.
just as things like that.
There's one there that just that looks to be a tunic covered human of some sort. Another one where there's one riding on horseback. A couple of gargoyles, but nothing really. They look like they may have been people that have been revered at one point in time or another, but their statues were never always we're not always in this space. They were
And how about the
brought to it.
walls? Anything on the walls?
Yes, just the paintings. And
Are,
so
are these
there are
paintings here? Or are these bookshelves?
there's they're supposed to be paintings, I think.
Okay.
No, those are actually bookshelves. My apologies. Those ones are the bookshelves. There are paintings that it doesn't really appear on the map very well. There are 8 paintings in total, and you could read through the names of them if you want. One of them is pieces of shipwreck. There's one titled "Low Tide Reveals Treasure." A shark stalks its prey. There's more if you want to see them all.
It's almost like the stuff in here all came from boats, different ships.
What's your passive perception again, Bob?
I think
Actually, no, this
13
won't
or
be
something.
passive perception. This will be more like passive investigation. So that's going to be 8 plus your investigation bonus.
0, 8. So just an
Just
8.
plain old 8. Okay.
No proficiency.
Alrighty then.
Do I recognize any of the paintings to be of any value?
Well, they all look like they have value. And fairly strong value for that matter too. These would be pieces that you would comfortably see at a art auction somewhere.
Okay. We can
And-
take those later.
And could you? I don't think I've heard you describe it. The portal that you came through. It was like hidden between rocks, but how did it look? Did it have a door, or was it just like an oil
Like the-
fleck where you just stepped through, or?
Like the portal you guys came through to get into
Yeah.
the space. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was just this protrusion above the rocks. It kind of
Not
think
hidden
looking
at all.
around where you are. This structure looks like it would have been hidden by plant life for the most part above ground or above land, but still very much under the water level. So you'd have to go underwater to get to the outside, to the hull of this thing. That portal is the only thing that protruded up top.
I mean, but it was not. We found it pretty quick, right?
You found it only because you had those barnacle creatures kind of inspecting it, and then you got rid of the barnacle creatures.
Yeah, so they already found it as well.
They had found it, and the children had a flag out there that I'm going to say you
yeah.
would now have put together as they just made this makeshift pirate flag.
Outside of game, I wonder if that kid would still be alive if we went to it the
Yes.
first time.
I'm just wondering why would somebody have a hidden like luxury trophy room right here on the beach?
Let's go through the double doors and let's find out.
Right, do we?
All right. Going through the double door.
Where's Fra? We need
Frar.
him.
Frar is just kind of hanging back, looking around.
Go ahead, Farrar. Go and look in the other room.
We'll be right
Nah.
behind you.
Bob wouldn't be Bob if he would just go through the door. So I'll
Right.
just
I
as soon as Butters insinuates we should move on, he will just turn around and push the doors open.
Okay,
I
and the doors are
suggest
not
we
locked.
send-
Sorry, what were you gonna say, Butter?
I would suggest we send Night Shadow in to see.
Sure.
And all of a sudden, Night Shadow disappears. So as you push open the doors, he's going to go in.
There you go.
All right. I push the door open a little bit so the Night Shadow can enter.
So this space that you enter is that Night Shadow enters is full of plant life. Every shelf, every structure seems to have plants growing or being ready to be potted or something. It's very much a disheveled, overgrown, out of control greenhouse. Completely full of all sorts of a variety. There is a fountain on one side of the room that seems to have a constant flow of water coming through. But it's all plants everywhere.
Can Night Shadow get a vision? You can't see it.
Oh, does he not have vision for you? Let me fix that
No.
for you. Let's see here. How do I do that? I gotta go and do the settings, and it's controlled by the character settings. Let's go back over here. Where are we? Night Shadow. Edit. Who should have? You should have vision.
It's not popping up.
All right, let's try this again. Let's set the vision. Oh, I know why. Night Shadow. I totally forgot to actually do this part. I have a button that allows me to do this much more quickly, and... Oh, it still didn't give you vision. Let's do this. Let's just say that you got, like, that much. There you go. Do you have vision in there now?
Not really. I see what Bob sees.
Okay. We're gonna fix that then. Why? Let's try that. Let's do that. There. How
Nope.
does that work? Still no?
Still no.
All right.
I'm in darkness.
All right. I don't have an answer for you on that one then.
I just moved my character in there.
Yeah,
use
go
the
for it then.
addition.
Yeah.
But it's actually Night Shadow in there. The thing I want to see is, does he see any creatures that are in here, any doorways?
Not. He does see doorways at the other end. There is another set of double doors at the end of this room.
Right here.
Yeah, exactly. But there is just, aside from that, it is largely just this plant life expansive room. There is, actually, there are brass stands that have been absolutely, or that are at the northern end of this room. A lot of them, a bunch of brass stands that appear like there should be some urns of some sort on top of them. But the urns are all shattered and broken around them.
Okay. We'll go over here, and when Putter syncs up with him, he's going to say the room is clear. You can enter. Or Putter's going to see that the room is clear, and I'll relay that to everybody in the party.
Okay. I'm also going to say no. I'll go for it. Sorry, carry on.
I'm going to fly over this water. Do I see anything inside of it?
To the water?
Yes, the spring, the fountain.
Yeah. So the spring is down here,
Oh,
emerging out of a fish.
okay. Sorry.
That's quite fine. But as you kind of step to it, it is just this. It's difficult to tell how the water continues to be pumped through, but the water is being pumped through out of a constant, ever-flowing fountain, after a fashion.
Okay. That's all I wanted to do.
You're in here. Roll me a perception check.
As, of course, not me, but as Night Shadow.
Yes, as Night Shadow. And Jetta, you just hanging out outside the room?
At this point, I'll just walk in.
Okay. I'm going to get you to roll for me a perception check then, too, while you're in there, too. And we'll make your 2 rolls of things that find things. Or not, depending on how things go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you find some. So as you step in and you notice that those pedestals, those brass pedestals on the one side, while the water is being explored by somebody else, you notice that there is a brass placard on the wall just past those brass pedestals.
Can I poke it?
You could go over to it and you could read it. If that's what you want to do. I mean, you can certainly poke it too. Go for it. Poke the plate. Okay, so you poke the plate as it reveals to you in script, not by word. Only one vessel yields the correct answer.
Only one vessel. Meaning like a ship?
That's what the plate
I'm just
reads.
thinking out loud. And I poke it just out of curiosity.
It goes tunk underneath your fingernail.
Okay. I keep thinking like secret passage or something fun, but Potter, check this out.
Okay, I'm going to come over there.
Sure.
And I assume I read the same sign.
Yep, up here. So I'll put you guys where it is.
Oh, it's over there.
Not that not that it really matters because a lot of this is theater of the mind anyway. But I'm.
Okay, what do I see at the foot of the brass pedestals?
At the foot of the brass pedestals, they're actually in an upright position right now. You do see just the pots and clay urns or something like that have just been shattered. Couple of the pieces of the pots and clay urns appear to be on top of the pedestals too, so you kind of get the sense that they've been shattered off of these pedestals.
And do I notice what it was in the contents of the urns?
There doesn't appear to have been any contents in any of the urns.
And there's a total of 3 brass pedestals.
There is a total of actually, there's more than 3. There's like 26 of them up here. And as you're sifting through some of these pots and urns, you kind of hear a little bit of a scrape across one of the countertops to your left. And this will be Jetta, actually, that will notice it first with her 20 perception. And you looked over to it, and what you see appears to be an urn of some sort watering plants.
Oh, is that Ernie?
And it just kind of looks to you, and you actually see on the bottom of this urn that has this kind of this spout off at the top of it, you see the bottom just kind of open up and see, Ernie.
They were right. So, I'll get over the fact that you're a talking urn in a second. But first of all, is this room like some sort of puzzle or something?
Puzzles, yes.
Uh-huh. So, only one
Master likes
vessel.
puzzles.
Who's your master?
Kind of looks to the plants for a second, just like shifts. Because you don't really see eyes. It's just like kind of moving around, just,
Yeah.
and it says, don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Really, really old.
Do you mind if I pick you up?
Consent given.
Okay. So I go over and pick up the urn.
This is now suddenly my game's version of Henry Crabgrass. I love it. Carry on.
That's amazing. Consent given.
Consent given. Okay.
Yeah, I just watched that episode the other day, so that's funny.
Marvelous. So, yeah, you pick up this urn, and it just kind of just sits in your hands.
Okay, so how do we solve the puzzle?
Where's the puzzle located at? Ernie?
Everywhere. Locked doors open from puzzles. I think.
May I ask, Ernie, who lives here at this moment?
Me? Master? I think.
But you haven't seen Master in a long, long time.
Been watering for many years?
Would you mind, Ernie, if we stayed here and wait to see your Master?
Master might like that. Master might kill you. Don't remember.
That's promising.
Bob, we have a home.
And Bob's having tech issues, I guess. So hopefully Bob can get back in here soon.
Oh, he's not. Oh, shoot. Yeah, we lost him. I'm just on a laptop screen.
Yeah, so he, Ernie will say to you, have found things. Think they help. You puzzlers?
Yeah.
Help me puzzle.
Okay. I'll take them over to the 3 urns. I'll say, which one's the right one?
Well, no, there's not 3 urns. Remember, there's 26
not?
pedestals, and there's a
Ooh.
whole bunch of broken urns on the bottom.
Got it. Okay.
Just been looking. Can't find. Master used to say, the solution could only come from Ernie.
So you.
But I don't know.
I suggest if, Jetta, if you could maybe ask Ernie if you can water the pedestals in the urns.
Yeah. That'll work.
Why? They're
Let's
not
use a
alive.
solution.
But you might have the power inside you to activate the proper urn or pedestal for the solution.
Okay, fill me up. And just kind of does this little twist in your hands to kind of point towards the water fountain. And so you take him over to the water fountain, fill him up, and then bring him back to the pedestals. He pours himself out around for you.
Okay.
No effect on the pedestals, except for
What are,
water
Yeah.
all over the pedestals now.
what are these three things here?
They appear to be kegs of what could have been, aren't anymore, soil, fertilizer, something along those lines.
And are there any urns along, like on this table here, or
No, what you
on
do
the
see,
shelf there?
what you do see on that table is a variety of just random worthless trinkets, things like wooden jewelry. You do see there is certain shards of clay that appear to have taken on certain shapes, but all of the assortment of non-plant things here. There's a fork, and Ernie will say to you from Jetta's hands, "Those are my puzzle pieces, I think."
Oh.
Where did you get these pieces? From the floor here?
Or the viewing room, or the big space,
Meaning
or
through
the
these
storm
doors
room.
here.
The storm room had things too.
Okay. And there's no other urns around in the corners here.
Nope, there are no other urns.
I suggest we send Night Shadow in this room
All right.
and maybe help Ernie solve the puzzle. Jetta, you okay with that?
That sounds good to me.
I'm just gonna pop over here to. Oh yeah, but yeah. So Sky is still on the Twitch chat, but his PC is being funky. Gotta love it when technology decides it's gonna have its own moments.
Best thing to do is reboot.
Yeah, it's kind of
Restart.
what I'm thinking. All right, let me get that door out of the way for you.
So I'll
All
send in Night Shadow, the same MO.
Sounds good.
He disappears and he comes in.
Alrighty.
And I'm just putting my character in there so I can see. Okay. So that's the room.
I feel like I got an error here, guys. Just give me 1 second. Hang on a second here, guys. Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay, that'll do the trick there. All right, so in this space, what Night Shadow is going to see is that there is another set of doors, this time to the north, set of doors to the south. Actually, two sets of doors to the south, and this is just a great big long hallway.
Okay. And what are these?
Those I think those are just sconces. Just let me do a quick double check on something here. Pretty certain they're just light sconces. Yeah, they're just light sconces.
Okay. So Putter turns around to Jetta and it says that it's room's clear as the hallway. So there's a few doors we can go through.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Ernie, does Ernie mind joining us?
Ernie does not mind joining you. I'll help you look. But I think I found things.
Oh, you found things?
Yeah. The fork. And that circle. And he's just kind of gesturing to all of those trinkets those worthless things that Putter had already identified.
Oh. I don't think those are... Okay.
But what you do notice walking in this space now, Putter, now that you're in this space, is that there is a rumble coming from the northern room to you. A very loud rumble low and deep.
Sorry, guys, my PC is being crappy.
That's right. We got you
No
back in
worries.
here. We're good to go. So what has transpired while you were gone? Were you able to follow it out on Twitch or?
No, not at all.
Okay, so what just transpired? They went into the what seems to be this plant space,
Mm-hmm.
this overgrown greenhouse.
Yeah, that's
They
where I
found
zoomed out. Which
26.
would have been, of course, Bob Moss heaven, but I zoned
Totally.
out. So.
Of course. In fact, maybe Bob is just all enamored with all the plant life that is in here. What you were in here, what you did find while you were in here, though, was on one side of the room there are 26 brass pedestals. There's broken pots and clay urns that are all around these pedestals. There, on the opposite end of the room, was a fountain of water that just continues to flow. And you also met Ernie. Ernie is a urn-like thing with a spout, but also its bottom just kind of opens its mouth. It opens up and down like this. Opens its mouth, and you sketched out again. So, wow, technology.
Oh.
I love you, technology. I love you, technology. I'm just gonna be like, be nice to Bob, please. Thank you. Okay. All right. There's got to be a technology check built into D&D somewhere along the way. Okay, so Putter and Jetta, you do hear this low rumble coming from that northern room.
Ernie,
Okay.
do you know what that is?
Ernie. Oh, sorry, that was Ernie. Ernie's, that's the storm room.
Storm room. Got it.
Be careful. Flying things hurt.
Is part of the puzzle in the storm room?
Probably.
That's promising.
Thank you.
If I were to theoretically cast Lesser Restoration, would it restore Ernie's intelligence?
You could try.
I'm not gonna waste a second level spell slot on the urn. If I were higher level, I would, but
You guys gonna go in or?
I'm gonna open the door. You want to do?
Alright.
You okay with that, Jetta?
only
You
way to
open
find
the
out.
door.
I just want to see what's inside there. I'm not gonna go in.
Okay.
And Night
Let's see
Shadow
here.
turns invisible, but I tell him to wait.
Fair enough. All right. Okay, gotcha. All right, so you open the door, and immediately what you see is what seems to be like an interior tornado, just this tempest of wind and artifacts kind of rolling around the room in this seemingly dust cloud of stuff. And it is produces a large whistling sound coming through your ears now that the door is open, but also a low rumble as the room shakes as well.
Is it possible to go around the tornado without interacting with the tornado?
It looks like there's something like on the far left hand side of the room there might be space to walk around, but if you wanted to get to the other side of the room, you're gonna have to get through some wind. It looks like it's possible to kind of push your way through the wind, but it's like there are definitely lots of flying things here.
And unfortunately, I don't have the best strength, so that's not going to be good if I have to use strength checks.
Uh,
Bob, you're back.
All right. Yeah, for sure. So
I have an
yeah, you
idea.
can. Oh, what? Oh, go for it, Jetta.
This is gonna be really stupid, but hey, why not? So I'm going to get out my 50-foot long rope, tie it around my waist, give Putter the other side, along with Bob, and I'm gonna run into the tornado and try to catch
Okay.
artifacts.
All right. I would like for you to please roll for me a dexterity saving throw, then, please. There is a tornado in a room. Yes.
That checks.
No.
All right. Okay. I gotta roll. Nice natural dice sound.
My dex is normally pretty high, so I thought it'd be okay.
All right, yeah. So you run into this tempest, and immediately you feel your feet kind of lift up off the ground, and you are thrown to one side. And as you're thrown, your head hits across something that's been flying around in this tempest, and you are just thrown to the side, knocked prone. You guys all watch as Jeddah runs ties herself up, gives you one end of the rope, runs right into the wind, and is just immediately lifted and thrown to one side. You see her smack across something green, and she lands on the ground. And as you look at her, she now has a very faint green glow about her whole body.
Thanks.
Where's she? Can we see where she's at in the room?
Yep. So I'll put her there. She would have run into the tempest like so and got thrown out across over here.
Okay.
I think my map is kind of sketchy here. Let's get the map back in the right spot there.
Well, first, not yet. Let's just see. Maybe she can grab something. Jed, are you okay?
Yep, I'm fine.
Do you see anything about a clue in there? Like the bookcase behind you, the stuff on the floor.
Okay, I just sent something to you, Jeddah.
Ooh. Can I keep running into the wall?
Into the wall?
The green thing. Just going bam, bam.
Okay, but the green thing was something that was floating or being twisted around inside the
sorry.
tornado.
I thought it was the... Okay, never mind.
No, you are now a glowing green thing, but that's beside the point. Yeah.
Okay, I will take it. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna... I still have the rope around me. Perception check first to see if there's anything cool I can grab.
Let's see what
and
happens.
then I'm probably gonna jump in again because that actually worked out in my favor. Oh, that's initiative. What am I doing?
Yeah. Okay. So, as you were running into the wind, you got yourself lifted off, and as you were being tossed to one side, you noticed there is a center to this place, an eye of the storm, if you will, and there appears to be a bottle unstoppered in the middle of it.
All right, I'm gonna run back in and try to grab it.
All right, roll me that dexterity saving throw again.
Okay.
Can we do a help action for
her? How would you, before we do that, how would you help her?
I would use the rope to try to guide her towards the center.
Sure. Okay. I'll go with that. Let's do it with a little bit of help.
Okay. 17.
Oh yeah. So you see, she kind of dusts herself off, looks at the glow, and like, go back in, run straight back in. Potter, you give a little bit of a yank, just at an angle to try to get her through, to kind of give her just like a little bit of a. Actually, what you try to do is you try to get her to make herself smaller so that she doesn't catch as much wind, and it works. She is able to just barely get through to the eye of the storm. You're now holding onto this rope, which is now just kind of being whipped around by the wind, but she is in the eye of the storm and she's not in danger at this point. I'm actually going to get Putter to roll for me a quick strength check.
Oh, geez, you wouldn't ask me to do that.
Don't worry, the DC is not.
Oh my God!
Holy hat, I love it.
That's a -1. That's a -1.
That's a. Yeah. So with a 17 off of a -1, a couple of trinkets hit the rope and just like, nope, and they just kind of flutter around it. Jeddah, you are now in the eye of the storm with this bottle unstoppered immediately beside you.
I'm gonna catch it.
The bottle is not actually flying. It is just on the ground.
Oh. So can I try to dive downwards?
You're already, you're like on the ground with it. Like you're in the eye of the storm. It's super calm here.
Got it. Okay, sorry. I was just trying to picture it.
You are surrounded by tornado on all sides of you. except for this little 5-foot square where there is a little unstoppered bottle and you standing in the middle of it. So everything is, you almost feel like you're the weather witch. Everything is surrounding you right now.
Okay. Can I inspect it?
Yeah, for sure you can.
Okay. What would this be?
This would just be a straight investigation check.
Okay.
Maybe Arcana if you want instead. I'll let you do one or the other.
I'm equally bad at both.
Spectacular.
19.
And this is so.
Nice.
Here's the deal, guys. Every time you feel like you're bad at something, you need to say, "I'm equally bad at it," or something along those lines. Because it worked for Putter. You got a 17. You've got a 19, and you get the sense immediately as you pick up this bottle or inspect this bottle. If you stopper it, chances are this is the source of the storm. You've heard of storm bottles or bottled tempests and things like that before. This must be something like that.
I'm trying to see if I have anything that could stopper it.
There is a stopper right there.
Oh. Okay, I'll do that then.
Okay. Stopper the bottle. Working you
I'm
to
like,
it. So
I'm missing all the important details today.
yeah, you put the stopper back on it, and immediately everybody now can see that the tempest now just completely dissipates. Everything that was airborne just drops, and just a little bit of a cloud of dust settles on the space, and the danger has now subsided. All sorts of things that were flying around in there are now gone, or are no longer flying. They're just on the ground.
On the ground.
And
Good job,
immediately
Jeff.
Thank
it
you.
becomes particularly obvious that there's an extra marking on this ground. Rather than just the standard tile you were looking around, you can immediately see, now that the tempest is no longer blocking your view of it all, a yellow ring, large circular oval shape that has just been colored onto the tile in some way, shape, or form.
I'll just look back and say, I did it! And then immediately start looking at all the artifacts and cool things around.
Sure.
I do the same thing. Going over here to, I guess this is a table.
Yep. Bookshelf, actually.
Any
Alright.
artifacts, urns, anything?
Sure, I'm going to get you guys to both roll for me investigation checks. We'll see what we find.
Alright,
Oh, nice.
Okay, nice. All right, so Putter, you're checking out that bookshelf, and so what you find on there are still on the shelves. There are a bunch of there are 2 trinkets that are there. They're on glass cases. Both of these canisters seem to hold some more of that coral pink liquid that you saw in that big capsule in the other room. You do also see another canister on there that seems to be carrying a dead and decaying mouse. However, it's not immobile. It's like an undead mouse.
Mouse, like in a rat, but a mouse.
Yes, very much so. Inside this
Undead.
canister, undead, just looking at you.
Ernie, have you ever seen this guy before?
No.
Kind of cool.
Jeddah, on the other hand, looking through the trinkets on the ground, you find that there is somehow one of the glass flasks did not end up broken in this tempest, and it's a good sized flask, and it is holding. It's more of a deeper red color to this one, and it's not the same. It doesn't have the same viscosity as that pink liquid. It's a little bit different. But you see this flask of this red liquid inside it. You also find this unusual stone as well. I'm actually just going to look up some more details so I can describe it a bit better to you.
okay.
Does anybody have a detect magic?
Unfortunately, no.
Do I have a detect magic? No.
Okay, so it is a.
Okay, well, let's. How long? And it lasts for what? 10 minutes?
I believe so. Okay, so this stone that you pick up, it is a rhomboid and it is dark blue in color. To cast it.
Well, let's continue.
Yeah, you totally can. All right, so you cast this, and what you see immediately is a variety of different magical pings around the room. First of all, you see a necrotic magic right on that undead mouse. You also see the pink liquid has a sense of necrotic energy to it as well. The red liquid has a sense of abjuration to it. And you looking around the room, you now also see that there is a what seems to be some sort of a plate, a green plate, and you realize this is probably the green plate that smacked up against Jetta earlier on. It also is emitting abjuration magic. Let's see here, the stone, this blue rhomboid stone is emitting a sense of transmutation magic. There's a few magical trinkets in here.
Knowing what the plate did to me, can I take it and smack Bob with it?
Yeah, you could totally do that.
Okay. I'll just run up and smack him with the plate.
All right, you pick up the plate, you smack Bob without warning. She picks up this magical thing and smacks you with it. There we
I
are.
forget who has the party treasure.
I'm sorry, the
Who
who
has
treasure?
The party treasure. Don't we have someone that keeps track of the party?
Oh yeah,
treasure?
Jetta's.
Oh, that's me. Oh no. Yeah. Oh, I do have it in my inventory. We're good. I'll write these things in.
All right, so with that smack, by the way, Bob, you start to glow green as well. And by the way, welcome back, Farrar.
Thank you.
Let's see here.
Can I move, or is there something I'm missing?
No, you're good to go. You can move right up into this room if you would like. So you're walking through the garden room, as it were. And there we go. That's good. You can see that now. They just put down this large tornado that was in this room, and magical trinkets are now what they are uncovering inside here. You do see a great big large circle painted on the ground though as well. Okay, we got everybody here. What are you guys gonna do?
So can we write on the party treasure the 2 pink liquids, the red liquid potion, the blue stone, the green plate,
Yep. And the undead mouse.
and the undead mouse?
Okay. Just to make sure I have this right. I have green plate, blue glowy stone, undead
Wait,
creepy
the green
mouse.
plate is aberration magic.
Yeah.
If that makes a difference. But
Yeah, no, not aberration, abjuration. So protection magic.
Adoration.
No, that would be called illusion. Anyway, all right. Yeah, I'll put it all out here for you. You got that because Jetta decided to smack you with the green plate. And you are now glowing green a little bit too.
is this green glow stuff good, guys?
I'll go over and smack Butter with it too.
So you watch as she just walks up to you and she looks you dead in the eyes and just...
Quit messing
Yes.
around.
I'll go over and
You're gonna
smack Farrar.
I'll smash the plate.
No!
You can't. As
With
the
my
that's the
fist.
beauty of this. As you immediately as it smacks you, you realize. Hang on. Actually, let's go with the people who would actually know. Bob would not have any understanding of this, but Frar, Jetta, and Putter, you guys all would. So I'm gonna give it to the highest roller if there is somebody who beats the DC. I want you guys to roll a history check.
Oh god.
Well, I don't know my history. Neither does Jetta.
Oh, Putter, you're pretty certain this is some sort of demonic. This is a piece of some sort of demonic creature. You can't remember the name of the demonic creature, but you get the sense that this is actually potentially. It could be used as a form of armor.
Okay. And I relay that information. And demonic is always not bad. It can be helpful sometimes.
That's very true.
Undead mouse? Why do we
Yep,
have an
there's an
undead
undead mouse in the room.
Yeah.
That's gonna be our pet.
Oh, I forgot to give you your damage, by the way, Jetta. Your damage is supposed to, from being smacked by that thing in the first place through the Tempest, is supposed
Yeah.
to be 6 points of bludgeoning
Oh,
damage.
okay.
So, yeah, I forgot to give you that damage.
Cool beans.
Can we name
Ern-
the undead mouse?
It's D&D. You can do what you want.
Larry!
Larry the
Zed.
undead mouse. Zed the undead
Zed.
mouse. Okay.
Z
And
for zombie.
Ernie says, "Why do humans find the need to name things?" Ernie is this talking watering can, except it's made of clay. So it's a clay that's got the spout. The bottom is the mouth. There are no eyes. It's just this thing that's talking.
Who said that? Who said that?
Similar, yes.
Did you hear that?
I'm Ernie.
What?
We're helping Ernie to find a puzzle and solve a puzzle.
Have I missed something?
Yes, you were too busy hit the crab guy.
Actually, with that, Frar, why don't you roll for me a quick perception? Nope, I lied. Sorry. Investigation check.
Who?
Frar. Investigation. Nice. Okay, so while you were gone, you kind of hung around that main foyer for a little bit longer, and you were checking out the paintings. And what you will have noticed is that the first letter of each of the paintings, brass placards, were underlined.
Anyway, I've come here to tell you something. I've discovered something. Would you come with me?
Sure.
And then I lead them over to the paintings.
Sure, and actually, I'm going to just take this off of the map for a little bit because a lot of this is just moving tokens for no good reason. We'll just go by way of theater of the mind for a little bit. I
right.
feel like it's going to be just as effective if we do it that way. So, you guys make your way. Are y'all going with Frar?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so Frar makes sure leads you guys back into that main foyer, and he points out to the brass plates underneath, listing all of the brass plates that are there and pointing out the underlined letters.
Look. You see anything strange here?
And I'm going to give... I need to know what your passive investigations are. I don't look this up very often. So passive investigation is 8 plus your investigation bonus.
I have 11.
I have a 10.
Okay, 10. And I know this guy's got an 8. Okay. And so what is... Actually, I can... Your investigation bonus. So yours is a 9, Frar. Okay, so then,
Yes.
Putter, I'm going to get you to roll an investigation check with the highest passive investigation.
Someone give me a help?
I'll
Yep.
help. Being the
There you go.
second highest.
Okay.
Natural 20 with the help action. Loving it. Okay, so you read through these paintings, you're trying okay, there's underlined, there's got to be a reason for it. Pieces of a shipwreck. Low tide reveals treasure. Shark stalks its prey. Yellow sails fly in the distance. Danger ahead. Even the sleaziest pirates have a code. Absolute dealings. dastardly possums steal my lunch. All of these are the different names that you see on the placards underneath these paintings. But the letters that are underneath it, and this is where you kind of start walking around it, looking at it, comparing the notes here, and eventually it comes to you, Putter. Aha. Playdead. Play dead. Is that a coincidence?
Guys, the hint is play dead.
And for what?
It's somewhere in this castle, if we want to call it an underwater castle. There must be a creature or magic that we have to play dead to overcome. In
I'll
my
play it dead.
yes, that's what I believe. But it says play dead. The clue is play dead. Or we can all just fall down now and play dead.
That's ridiculous.
It sounds ridiculous, but something about it makes me think that there is something to be gained in this castle if we find and figure out the clues properly. I say to Ernie, what does play dead mean to you? Is there an area in part of the underwater castle that is has a special purpose or special meaning to the master?
Below decks. But that's different than playing dead.
We say that again.
Playing
I'm
dead
sorry.
looks like this. And it just falls over in Jitta's hands.
I'll have a spell later on that's called
You have
Feign
Detect
Death,
Magic up.
but
Hang on. Sky, you have Detect Magic up. So
That's right.
as
For
you are
the
walking
10
back
minutes.
through here, yeah, you're going to notice that there is a transmutation spell on the water fountain. You're going to notice that there is a illusion spell on the piano.
Do I know do I know the piano, by the way?
Do you know how to play it?
Yes. Or do I know
Oh.
about the keys? The C, D, A, B, C, D.
Ah, there we go. Okay, so if we have we need anybody who's got the ability to or got proficiency in any musical instrument whatsoever would know those for sure.
I know how to cook. Is that instrumental?
It's instrumental to living, but not necessarily instrumental to music.
I'm proficient in the pen flute.
There you go.
Even
Bob
though,
knows.
but I role played that I have never seen a piano before, and I was slamming on it. So.
True, but you do know about the letter names. You just don't necessarily know what which keys go with what letters.
Okay, I'm gonna suggest that. Well, no, P is not a letter.
I have a question. Have we taken a short rest while I've been away?
Nope.
No, not yet.
Do you need one?
Yeah,
I should also
possibly,
be
yeah.
clear. I think what did I use for you on the last session? I don't know that I used a lot of your abilities. I tried not to by basically
Action search.
freezing you.
You did
Did
action
you- yeah, you-
search. You did second wind.
Yep, I did your second wind and your action search because you were down to 1 hit point at one point in time.
Okay. So
Yeah,
yeah.
Bob wanted
Okay.
to kill you, but I said no.
That's not true. That's not true. I was the one saving you. I was the one
Betrayal?
constantly healing you. No.
I'm
It
gonna
wasn't
say if
too
you
messing
want
with
far
you.
away
Sky,
from death.
You can look it back on the Twitch.
right? Yeah. If you, I'm gonna say Sky, if you want, you can go to experiment a little bit with the pan flute and the piano to see if you can figure out what the letter keys are.
Okay,
If if Potter wants me to tune it.
Yes, well, no, not
That's
tune it. I
right.
want you to play the keys, but I don't think is there a P character or a P key?
No. I don't know. I'm just like a natural. I learned pen flute from my father, and I didn't like use fancy paper for it or something.
Okay,
I
play.
just know the notes and can like repeat what you want on the pen flute.
Okay, can you play A D E A D?
And he goes "Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo."
On the pan flute?
on the pan flute, yes.
Yeah. No effect in the room.
Can you try to do that on the piano?
Sure, if I can find the tones. So we're heading back to the piano. Where was that
Yeah,
again?
okay.
The
So
room
do me a
before.
favor then, please roll me a performance check. This is just you're gonna pass this.
I'm
just
gonna
say this
I'm
right
gonna
now.
find the notes that are on the keys, match them with the tune of my pan flute.
We're gonna try it.
I'm gonna go back with you.
A 4.
It takes a while because the piano is so badly out of tune.
I was
It
just
takes
about
a
to say it's pretty out
long
of tune.
while.
Can I
Yeah.
walk over?
I'm walked over.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Okay.
This is more Abby than Jetta because Jetta doesn't play any musical instruments. But can I play D-E-A-D?
You have to figure out what they are. So roll me an investigation check. This will be like a help for Bob, if you will.
Okay. Investigation.
Yeah. I think investigation is going to be the better bet here.
16.
Yeah. So you're and what you're investigating, you're using your intelligence between the frequencies of Bob's pan flute, as well as what should happen, even though it's slightly out of tune. And you two are able, the two of you guys together are able to figure out which notes are which. And Bob plays A, D, E, A, D, just as Putter asked. And at the end of that letter, D, E, A, D, the piano begins to glow pink, and above the piano, disembodied and completely detached from everything else, a large letter B just starts shimmering.
It's the B
in
from
the
Bob.
sky.
Look, it's an homage to my musical talent.
I think it's grading you.
Inspiration.
A B is still good, I think.
Inspiration. Thank you very much.
Unfortunately, I still have my inspiration.
Oh, you got to start using them. Okay, fair. So, okay, so you now have this large shimmering bee just floating above the piano. What's interesting about this bee is it does not look like it's any particular script that is current, and the average person understands the difference between ancient scripts or ancient typography or fonts and such. This is very much along like an ancient Edwardian kind of script.
Can I touch it?
You could certainly touch it. Your hand just goes right through it.
Can you play a B character?
What?
B.
Can you make the tone with your voice?
Buzz.
Yeah, well, and with your guys' ability to figure out the piano now, you can find the B. You hit the B, no further effect. In fact, the floating B just dissipates.
Okay, play A D E A D again.
And the B reappears.
What happens if I'm the one who does the same thing? I want to see if it's a B for Bob.
As soon as you hit another key, it drops. But then as soon as you hit, you're just gonna hit the B. Is that all you were gonna do?
I was gonna do the same pattern that Bob played.
Same pattern that Bob played. It kicks up as soon as you get to the end of the second D that you hit.
And it's still
Do I notice anything change in the pink liquid?
No, it does not change at all.
Looking around the room, do I see any difference to the room?
Looking around this room, you don't see anything else in this room, just the paintings.
And the paintings haven't changed?
None of them have changed.
And the piano is magical?
I'm going to go into
an illusion spell.
I'm going to go into this room. Do I see anything that's changed, different?
Now that you're looking in this room for something other than children, I'm going to get you to roll for me a perception check.
what a line.
Yeah,
Kind of
you're
true.
Wait,
Yeah, out of
we keep
context,
that
it
private,
sounds
okay?
terrible.
We keep that
Oh,
private,
man.
please.
Oh, yeah, that's right. All right.
I'm only good
Perception
at
check.
looking for
Or just
children.
childhood.
You're looking around the room, and you're now noticing that there are, you're still in awe of the opulence, the extravagance of this place. Um, the only thing that you may not have clocked before were on the table there's a book and some goblets and some drinking materials, as if ready to entertain.
I'll walk in and help.
All right.
Ask Jetta,
Roll for
please,
me.
see if you can figure out what's going on here.
Oh, here's the
Yeah,
power
roll
of
for me.
my eyeballs.
Go for it.
26.
Oh,
I
damn.
can see.
Double
I
26 is no less.
know,
You can see through the
damn.
world. Okay.
You can see through
So-
the wall.
Yeah, you immediately look at get in here, and it's the book that catches your eye this time. It's got a title on it. It says Yarrow's Book of Riddles. You're like, hey, we're dealing with puzzles and riddles and such. So you open it up. And there's lots of them in there, but there is one page in this book that has been earmarked. And so, first of all, you shudder at the fact that they've earmarked a page. And then you open up the book to that earmarked page, and there is a single riddle on that page that's been earmarked. It says, let me try that again. Dare not leave me behind. I surround the dead. When followed by anger, you will find danger. I am the beginning, and I am the end.
Bob.
Okay.
Bob. I have an idea.
Sorry, what?
What if I smash it? And then I draw my axe.
Go ahead.
Are you going to smash the piano?
Take a step back.
Wait, are you telling me to go ahead?
Oh,
or-
wait. Just before you smash it. We were gonna make this our new hideout, so maybe we should keep the stuff.
But this is magical.
It's not doing anything.
I don't trust
Let's-
something magic.
I want to see if it can make a tune make an O as well, so I can make B-O-B appear.
Wow. You think you
just
can
the-
have it play Frar?
So, not Wendy.
I'll bring the book back.
I
to
say,
everyone.
Jetta, based on what you read, let's go over to that creature we killed.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna see if I perceive anything about this dead creature.
While they're doing that, I'm just gonna start manually taking apart the piano along with Rock.
All right.
Piece by piece until we find what's making it tick.
We remove the keys.
All right. I want you to please roll for me, Bob and Frar, one individually or one with advantage. I want you to roll for me an investigation check. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's see if we can figure out how this thing works.
How you
Hunter,
wanna do
you're
this,
also going to do
Bob?
an investigation check of this creature for me.
Bob, how do you want to
Sorry,
do
hang
this?
on. What is it you're looking at this creature for?
I want to see if this thing is dead, and as it said in the text above, it said, "I surround the dead." So I want to see if I notice anything. And it's also from the beginning and the end. Actually, the portal. I'm thinking, well, possibly here, but we haven't finished investigating the entire place.
Right.
This is the beginning and in the end of the castle.
I think I figured it out. So, I know it has to do with letters in some way. The letter D is the first and last letter of the word dead. And it's also the beginning of the word danger. And it says, when followed by anger, you'll find danger. So, the piano gave us a letter B. This book is giving us a letter D. So, I think we're trying to spell something out.
Dead.
Bones,
So on character.
dust.
All right.
I can't even.
And where was the riddle? Where was that behind it? In a book?
That riddle was in a book they found in the room where the dead child was. So looking at this creature, you Putter, you don't get a sense really that there is anything connecting this creature to this space except for the fact that you found it here.
Okay.
I'm not really even sure that this creature belongs to, like, everything else is so nicely kept. Even Ernie looks like he's nicely kept.
Okay.
Are we still
Right.
picking apart the piano?
Yeah, you are.
Here and say, hey guys, do you need to do this to the piano?
Twang! As one of the strings
Twang.
kind of snaps off.
Why don't we continue investigating this
Who would
beautiful
The
future
B has
castle
completely
of ours?
dissipated, by the way.
Okay, so we have a letter D and a letter B. I'm convinced.
Okay.
Trying to find something to write it down.
And Ernie now says, letters? That's the puzzle pieces?
Oh, cool. So we're on the right track then.
Wonderful.
No, that was me asking you.
Oh! God damn it, Ernie.
Who's God? Who's God?
Never mind. That's a long discussion.
Wait,
There's
I
a
am the
circle.
beginning and I am the end. B, Bob. Both have a beginning and end has B. Bob is the piece.
Wait,
Does
I'm the
that make
key.
me a piece?
You are the key.
Does that make me a piece? My name starts with E.
Let's
Ends
fit
with
you
E.
in this piano.
well, the
Making notes to
canister
myself.
is right. His name is the same as all, just like mine.
Wait, Ernie. Oh. This is why I hate riddles.
But if you turn Ernie around, it says Inre. Not. And when you turn Bob around, it's still Bob.
Maybe
It's
the
actually
answer
Einra.
is E.
I'm gonna go into the other room and try to find more riddles.
All right, so you go into the garden room.
I agree with Jetta.
Yeah.
Let's continue looking.
I'll stick my hand in the.
Wait,
goo.
were we supposed to make an investigation check also?
No, you guys already did that.
Oh, okay.
10.
What is it a 10?
Oh no, hang on. No, you guys didn't. That was Putter's roll.
Yeah,
I want yeah, you guys are supposed to
Oh,
do
sorry,
the
you're right.
investigation checks. So whoever's got the higher investigation, get her done, just so we can see how badly you
Alright,
damaged this
yeah.
piano while doing it. But Putter, you're back in this room.
Go
The
in first.
only thing that seems
Alright.
to make any sort of sense
I'm-
in this space, roll for me. Yeah, I'm gonna let this happen. Roll for me an investigation check.
Okay. I believe I'm
Okay,
with
yeah.
Jetta.
So you break one string, but the rest of the piano seems to be piecing apart comfortably and easily, and you kind of get how the construction works. 19s, guys, you're rolling nicely today, and I like it a lot.
Don't
You're
jinx
starting
it.
to clue in. One of the things that Ernie said to you earlier on was that, I'm going to quote it for you here too. It was that, come on, loading, technology is loading. The solution can only come from Ernie. And there's urns on the other side of the room. Is his name actually Ernie, E-R-N-I-E, or is it Ern E?
The answer is E.
He's an urn, and he's named Ernie.
Oh.
Get it?
Got
So
it.
Putter, you go to look at Ernie a little bit more carefully, and he just looks up at you and says, "What?"
Yes. I investigate, Ernie. Do I see anything else besides the mouth and just nicely made clay water pot? A water
Sure.
spout?
So you look around, you look out underneath him, and he's just like, what? And as you look at his at the bottom end underneath his mouth,
Does he have an anus?
What's
he
in his
has the-
butthole?
he has an E engraved on his
Ah!
anus, I guess. He doesn't. I don't know that he actually consumes. So we're gonna just say that it's just underneath his mouth. It's like, And so you can now see the letter E there.
We need more letters.
Okay. So what letters did we find so far?
A B and
B,
an E.
D, and E.
We are also found a T.
A D.
A D.
E.
Bed.
Yep. So the ones you have found them in this order so far.
Alright, we should check the bed. Was there a bed?
There's a bed.
By the way, I'm getting hungry, so I kneel down next to the pool of goo, stick my two fingers in, and put it in my mouth to see if it's edible. Like a Play-Doh.
You'll eat anything, Bob.
Lava lamp.
I love how Putter and Jenna are working on like a riddle and a puzzle,
Yep.
and Frar and Bob are just breaking shit and eating goo.
Ernie is actually going to step up in this one and say, not food. Go to the
Oh.
galley.
Is it
Where's the galley?
possible
And
to
it
take a
kind of-
short rest while these guys are doing this?
You can certainly try, yeah. I mean,
I'll
if
just
they
lay
keep on
this
doing
coffin.
things, though, and interrupt you, then you don't get your short rest, but you can certainly try.
Well, we could take a
Yeah.
short rest here if we can wedge the doors shut so we can't be surprised. In the botanical garden area here.
Yeah, for
Where's the
sure.
pantry?
Why is it Bob that has a dark shade around him?
Bob doesn't have dark vision, and so I just used light to let him
I have
see
a
things.
torch.
Ah, okay, fair
And
enough.
Roll20 doesn't necessarily like that all that much. But
Okay.
yeah. So you guys are gonna take a short rest in this space.
Yes, and I think I have some spikes that I'll spike the door. Either spike it so if the door's open in, that will
What's the
be
front?
wedged, or wedge the door
Sure.
shut so it's difficult to open out.
Sure,
Have you
and you
been
can
in a
find other tools to do that too, as is necessary.
Have you been in the front yet?
Been in the front yet? Tell me what do you mean by front?
All the way to the east of the map.
No, we're
Yeah, I
going
was
together.
wondering
Tornado
what's
room.
up with that.
Oh yeah, you're
'Cause
not
I-
supposed
I
to be in
just-
there yet. Hang on,
I
hang
just
on.
stumbled in there as Bob would,
Hang on.
Bob,
That
looking
door
for-
is supposed to prevent
looking
you
for
from getting in there.
looking for the pantry.
Bob,
Okay,
we'll take
so-
a short rest, then you'll get here. I gave him some of my daily rations from my Dungeoneer pack. Here, Bob. eat.
Yeah, so DM is going to step in there and say the wall was supposed to stop you from being able to get into that space,
Right.
and it didn't stop you. So I'm mad. I'm going to see if I can figure out why.
Anything.
You saw.
What letters did you have so far?
Why is it not? Oh, so much better. Okay.
B, D, and E.
What if you add in the T and it becomes depth?
That is
Doesn't it
true.
also have an H?
All right, you guys take your. I'm going to just simply say that there's not a lot of things. You guys, there's 0 distractions in this space.
While
It's
while
very quiet
Bob
in
is-
here too.
Well, Bob is taking his rest. I'm just going to go through all and look for any letters in any of the pottery that's on here
Sure.
or on the table.
You're
just
able to
rest.
see a variety of different shards of urns there, and sure enough, some of the shards do actually seem to have chunks of letters left behind. You're able to put a couple of them together and formulate that there is an A, there's an X, there is an H, and they all seem to be in this old, ancient, ornate script.
So A, H, and X.
I lean into the yellow or the pink tree or bush or whatever it is to rest.
Okay, perfect. After a little bit of kind of going sifting through them, you also pick up on the fact that there are 26 total pedestals here.
Who, me?
And how
And that'd be
many
Putter.
approximately, like, for example, bottom pieces? Do I see 26 bottom pieces? Or what would be calculated approximately 26? Or does it look like some base?
Over the course of this hour, yeah, you'll definitely detect that there are 25-ish.
Okay, and on the table there was a vase.
Well, Ernie.
Ah, it was Ernie on the table. Okay. There wasn't. I thought there was another urn over here.
Nope, just that one there. And the hour that you spend, I'm going to say for sure, over the course of an hour, you can piece together that there are 25 different ones. And the one that seems to be missing is the E.
I'm investigating the pedestals or what held the urns. Is there any lettering on those?
No. But I will give this to you. The common alphabet is the same as on Earth, the English alphabet.
Okay.
That'll take us to the end of a short rest, because he will spend that entire time just basically clinking through the clay pots and such. But you guys now have your short rest underneath your belts.
Yeah.
I get a spell back.
Poor Jeddah. 1 health.
Wait, what?
Rolling a d8.
Oh, yeah.
1 and then 5, only 6. Oofta.
But that puts me back at full. I didn't lose that much.
Well, that's good then.
Yeah.
So you guys gonna carry on? Gonna check out some of the doors? What do you guys want to do?
Yeah. My brain's going. I'm trying to figure it out.
I'm gonna return to the piano. Do I find anything inside this wreck?
No. In fact, well, no, it's been an hour, so your detect magic isn't there anymore. But what you see in there is the hammers on the piano are definitely moldy and decomposed, which probably contributes a little bit to the out-of-tune nature of the piano. Some of the strings are rusted.
The guy seen that door over there. The far east of the building.
Yeah.
I want to, because I didn't have a chance, I crashed when we were in this room. So are there like also herbs and stuff that I can maybe pocket for cooking?
Absolutely, you can. I'm going to say that you are able to find all sorts of herbs at the very least, and I really do mean the least. You're going to find all sorts of things in here that are going to be useful for foods and such, to the point where I'm going to basically say you probably have the herbs that you want. But I'm also going to say that you found enough materials in that garden space to be able to produce 3 herbalism kits.
Nice.
So I'm going to say
Oh yeah, I'm not a
your-
herbalist, but I am an.
But I am.
Oh, I am a herbalist. Sorry, I forgot I was.
Yeah, you are a
Yeah,
herbalist. I thought
yeah.
for sure you were.
Yeah, I forgot about it.
Herbalism kit.
Of course, I'm a herbalist. All right.
So are the slow guys in the group going to join us?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
So you guys are all there. You're gonna.
So what can
Bob,
what can I write down in my inventory for that then?
3 herbalism kits,
Oh, sorry, 3.
and then
yeah.
multiple herbs and plants. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Bob's just gonna put it in his hair wherever he can put it.
Are there any leathers we missed in the storm room? Because we weren't really
the
looking
large
for that.
circular, just the large circular coloring on the ground.
Is that a
Conjures
door
up
here?
maybe an O.
Yeah, there's a door right here.
Yeah, I'll write down the note just in case.
Okay, so Farrar,
Oh,
yes,
over
there is
here.
a door there, and it is unlocked if you would like to open it.
gonna keep
I
it
suggest we like slide open the door a little bit and send in Night Shadow,
For sure.
unless you just want to barge in.
unless you want to Ferrar, of course.
I can do it.
You're gonna just go in.
All right, he barges in,
Mash
and
it.
you are presented with a galley.
Oh wait, have you meant the other one?
Yep,
Ah,
you
there's the
have.
galley. That was the one I was looking for, actually.
Yeah, now it
Before I
stinks in
wanted to
here though.
rest.
If
Ugh,
there was food in here
stinks.
that was edible, it would
Nice
be
and good.
very much rotten and gone by now. There are fruits and vegetables that have been placed on certain spots in this space that are still fresh, But if you go into the cupboards, that's where the stench is coming from. And Ernie says, I agree with that. When you guys get to the fresh fruits and vegetables, I agree with that.
Did you shit in here, Ernie?
I don't shit.
Remember, we inspected his butthole.
Yeah.
Oh, of course you would.
And he'll say, "Oh, that burning smell. I forgot. My blueberry cobbler."
Your what? Is that what you call your shit?
Lord just looks at you, Friar, which is funny because it has no eyes, and then just gestures back to the oven. Says,
Is it like cooking at something at the moment? I rush through to the oven and open it.
and yeah, sure enough, there is now a very darkened dessert tray of sorts.
Are there any letters?
I think it's ruined as I grab it with a towel, throw it on the table.
I guess yes, that's my shit.
I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna stick my hand in it. Do I find anything?
It's hot. You take.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's not
You
smart.
stick your hand in a burning
just
blueberry
ca-
cobbler.
Came out of the oven. I could
You're
have
gonna
told you
take
that
4
hot.
points of fire damage.
Even if I have gloves on?
You've got gloves on.
Throw in
Okay,
his
fine.
oven mitts.
Yeah.
That'll half it. It'll be 2 points of fire damage because you're just like.
Alright, I'll take
Alright.
it.
Okay.
Ouch.
It's
I
a
don't think
decent
that was a
oven,
good
by the
idea.
way. I'm very pleased by this house, by the way. We
It's
have a kitchen. We have an oven. I can cook.
And we have a giant crab.
it's my
nice.
master's favorite recipe.
Oh wait, who's your master, by the way? I didn't hear anything about a master. Who lives here?
I don't
forget to
remember.
Donut. Oh, you don't
Yeah,
remember who the master is?
Yeah, that's what he said every single time it comes up, is that he just doesn't remember the master.
Wait,
Who
maybe
the master is.
maybe the crab guy is the master, and he got like
Well-
cursed into a crab who needs to eat children.
No, definitely not. He ate,
How do you know you?
and
you
actually,
don't
this is when he's
remember?
going to turn over to Bob. He's going to turn over to Bob. And say, "It ate kids. Gross."
So like lamb
Um,
chops.
And he's going to gesture to the paper. Do you think my recipe would have a hint?
Letters! I'll look at it.
I'll look over the menus.
And I wipe my hand all over my shirt. Or not shirt, on the table.
Okay. So sure enough, there is the recipe is there, and it is called Ernie's Blueberry Cobbler. And it has a list of ingredients and a list of directions like a standard recipe does.
How's
Roll
Ernie
for me.
spelled?
Oh, Putter gets to do it. Putter's going to roll this then.
No,
roll-
no.
No?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I don't.
All right. This is just a straight intelligence check. So let's say Putter's helping. So somebody roll, Jetta or Putter, roll it with advantage.
You're probably better at that than me.
I have a 1 intelligence.
That's still better than me.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
13.
13. Yeah, you're able to detect there is one letter missing from, so it's perfectly spelled everywhere except for one letter that is missing in one of the words, and the word happens to be the word the. Place the filling. H is missing.
Okay. Is there anything that resembles an urn in this room?
Just Ernie.
Just Ernie. And is Ernie spelt with an E or a U?
Well, the only letter you see on Ernie is the letter E that you already found him earlier on.
Right, but I'm talking about because it says Ernie's famous.
Oh, it's spelled ERNIE.
Okay, very good.
Okay, so far we have B, D, E, H. Also wrote down A, H, X, and O.
Wow, that's a lot of letters.
Yeah. I put the other ones on the second line because I wasn't sure if they were important, so I wrote them down
Gotcha.
just in case.
Fair enough then. Well, I think we're gonna pause this puzzling right here because it's at that time of day, and there's work and things like that. So, guys, the puzzle has started. Let's see how far this rabbit hole goes next week. Sound good?
Hopefully next week I won't get like occupied again.
Yeah, that's good. That would be good. We, just as a reminder, so we are going to play next week, but we're going to also be gone for 2 weeks after that. So we won't be back here again until July 22nd. I think that's the date, right? That's the day we said.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened? So taking a 2 week break
vacation.
after?
I will be away from
Vacation.
technology, so yeah. But we will be back on July 22nd, and I will have all sorts of things prepared for you guys, and it will be marvelous. But I want to say thank you guys again for playing with me today, and
Thank you
let's see where
for
this puzzle takes us next
playing
week.
us.
Thank you. And happy
Bye-bye.
Midsummer.
Marvelous. And for all those of you who are on Twitch, thanks for sticking around with us and enjoying the show. We are also going to go and do ourselves a raid. Let's go see who we want to raid. You guys are welcome to tell us in the chat. Who do you want us to raid today? Right
Oh, I'm
now,
heading
I
off,
have.
so see ya.
Cheerio, buddy. Let's see here. Who do we want to raid? I got Francois, who's currently going at things. Who else we got?
Mike Moans.
Okay. Mike Moans. All right.
Warhammer.
Oh, he's doing Warhammer.
Or you can
Gotcha.
also Flurry of Foes. It's also possible. By the way. That's if you want to do a D&D thing.
Let's see here. I've got Flurry of Foes, you said, hey?
Yes.
What are they doing here? Francois is playing, actually, right now. Definitely playing a game. Let's see here. Flurry of Foes is also playing a game. You know what? Flurry of Foes has one viewer. Let's bring them a few more. How does that sound?
Sounds awesome.
Let's do it. Okay, so hang tight. Let's get them up here. And let's get this going. Oh, my internet is being a little bit slow on the raid concept, but we're going to make it happen. So this is raid Flurry of Foes. See if I typed that in right. It'll yell at me if I didn't. No, I did not type that in right. Let me try that again. Oh. Yeah, that's the one. Wrong command. There we go. That's it. Oh, no, I can't type Flurry, apparently. Oh my gosh. For a guy who just made a puzzle with letters in it.
Yes,
Oh
it
my
worries me
gosh.
that we have the good outcome.
Right? Keepers, Flurry of Foes. Here we go. Let's go raid them. That's beautiful. Raid has been created. And we've got some people ready to go. Guys, again, thank you very much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the show today. We'll be back again next week. And yeah, peace out, guys.